All right. Live stream, live stream, live stream the N4 Pro, guys. This is the N4 Pro. Vantrue has been really good at putting out products, and the reason why I'm doing the live stream is because I've used the N2 Pro. I owned it for, oh man, I don't own my cameras very long because I go through cameras quite often. Right now I have a Vantop, like a mirror mount, and I'm going to replace it with this one today. But this is the N4 Pro. Now I didn't get this actually comes with a GPS module, and the GPS module is purchased separately, but they're really cheap. I think the one I did see on there is probably $20, you know, and it basically becomes the mount. So you basically put it on the glass. I've had a lot of good luck with the heat with these. I really like to test them in my environment. It's going to be 110 today. So this puppy is going to be installed as soon as the live stream is done. So hey, Third Eye, how you doing? But this puppy just came in. This is the N4 Pro. And I use the Vantrue N2 Pro, and I personally like this product. There's two of them that I tried that I really liked. One was a little bit smaller by a different company, a competing company. But this one is a 3-channel system. And what 3 channels means that I have 3 different views that this camera is going to give me. It also means I'm going to have a big SD card, but hey, how you doing, Third Eye? Yeah, hot from Texas. Hey, Third Eye, it's going to be 110 today in Santa Clara. So, all right. But check this out. We love Third Eye likes toys just like I like toys. But this was given to me by Vantop. They did send this to me. But you know, I kind of, the one thing that I do is if I do believe in a product, especially this one, I know it's going to be good. So let's just check this out. So live unboxing, I'm going to go ahead and get this sucker open so we don't spend too much time. So yes, we do have the official Swiss Army version. All right. I have a buddy that actually promotes these products in California, and he gave me this. So this is a pretty nice one. It's a little Swiss Army action going on, but this, we got to go ahead and split the plastic for the first time. But yeah, this was provided to me by them. And I love these guys. I mean, they trust me to do this product right. And I'm going to give them a fair review for sure. But I've already, like I said, I've already reviewed the N2 Pro, and I love that camera. So it's going to be hard not to love the N4 Pro. But I am really excited about this. So you can tell I'm like a kid in Christmas. Guys, the only other thing I'm going to be more excited about is when my FPV drone shows up next Friday. I haven't gotten a new drone in so long, so I finally bought a Tiny Hawk. So little FPV action coming. But here's the Vantop N4 Pro. So let's go ahead and do one of those action. Let's see what we got. So I guess the only thing I can say is the box is much smaller. I think it's a little bit smaller than the last box. But all these companies are masters at packaging. But look at the graphics on this thing. I mean, they spend money on the sales. Check that out. Look at the graphics. I mean, that's solid. You know, when a company spends money on their box, they're making money on their product. So, and the only way they can make money on their product is make a good product. Now, why 3 channels? Because you have to have how you doing, Mr. Square Art? If you have to have 3 channels, if you want the big 3 when it comes to it comes to dash cams, you want the forward view. Now this one has a 2K forward view. It has a 1080p in camera view, in cabin view. I love the in cabin view when I'm traveling. Me and Steve, my dog Steve, I love to show him off, and anytime I can show off Steve when I'm driving, the in-cabin view allows him to be in the picture. And then it also has a rear view. In the camera I have now, I only have the forward view, 2K forward view, and I had the 1080p rear view. This one is going to give me all Guys, all 3 views. So I am so excited about that. Guys, I love new crap too, so love it. So here we go, top box. Looks like there's 3 in the case. This must be instructions, I'm guessing. Let's go ahead and look for, yeah, this is the Vantrue orange. This is their colors. This is their color scheme right there. Main booklet, quick start guide, that kind of thing. Please read. Of course, I'll read that. And this actually tells you about the GPS receiver right there. Do you need the GPS receiver? It's cool. It's cool to know the location where stuff happens, and it can record the GPS. Now, this also does have a wireless, I believe, in it, meaning that I can get the camera data right to my phone, which is a massive step up from the N2 Pro. They did not have wireless. I believe this does have wireless. Let's check. Let's double check. But there's the GPS. Let me just double check to make sure that feature's in here. I just want to see if that does have the wireless feature. All right, this is just your registration, mounting with the GPS. It's a real simple fix if you go buy the GPS. I'm hoping that the wiring I have in there right now will be compatible. If not, it's not too bad. I drive a truck, so it's real easy to put this into my truck. It'll probably take me about 35 minutes to install it. That means I'm actually going to tuck it up inside of my weather stripping. You're not going to see any wires when I have this thing installed. I love it when it's wire free. So, okay, this is just installation. Let's check the wireless. I want to see the wireless capability this puppy has. I have not done any research on this camera whatsoever. Let's see. Looks like that looks like a USB Mini. I don't know if it would be nice if it was micro USB, but I don't know, because micro USB is a little more robust. Let's see, basic camera, speed, set time and date. This is just basic stuff. I'll be going through that. I'll be doing a video on that. Let's see, voice recording, LED, collision detection, time lapse. I just want to be getting files. View on TV, viewing. Let's see, viewing video and camera. Let's see if we got that. I just want to see that's HDMI. I thought this puppy has, let's see here. I believe it does have let's see, features right here. Yeah, that looks like I haven't looked at the wiring, so we'll check that out in just a second. Now that rear camera connection looks the same, so that's good. It's got a regular video camera, or a video plug right there. I like that. I think that might work. Let's see here. Looks like I'm going to have to still run a new wire. Memory card. I only got a 64-bit card, so it's not going to give me. Yeah, this is just running the wires. There's the on-dash mount. Now the both mounts are look exactly the same. Let's go ahead and get this thing open, and I'll check to see. Usually, if I turn the camera on, if it's energized, it will have a menu item that'll tell me that. So I'll quickly go through that menu on this stream. I'm in no hurry to get through it, but I don't spend a lot of time in the booklets. I'd rather just kind of learn from. I'd rather kind of learn from experience. It's so much quicker. I have such a better learning curve when I just kind of do it. All right, so this one, there's 2 more boxes underneath that. Wow, there's 3. There's two here. There's 2 more underneath that. So this one, this is the rear camera. So that's the rear camera. I can tell by its shape. I've seen these before. Let's just look at the wiring will be somewhere else. So this is the rear. No, this is the actual unit. No, this is the camera unit itself. So here we go. So this is the unit camera. I can't. I'm trying to give you kind of an idea of feel. I would say it's not like super heavy. So usually a lot of people will gauge the quality because of its heaviness. I remember the N2 Pro had that kind of a feel too, where you went, I don't know, because you're trying to figure out whether it's well built, because a lot of plasticky stuff tends to be. Now this works really well. Now this is the interior camera right here. So that's the one you'd point at yourself right there. Still got the stickers on. And then the infrared lights right there. Now these tend to make blacks look purple. So we'll see if this camera does that when I install it. There's the front facing. Now this is a 2K camera. Let's see, what do we got? That looks like a USB-C to the rear. That should be an that we'll see. We'll check that out in just a second. Yep, there's my card. There's my card slot. And HD, there's the HD out right there. So we'll see in just a second when we check out the memory. Now it says that the microphone is on the bottom, and I do leave the mic running. I let it record everything. Well, it looks like the screen's a little bit bigger than the last one. Now, a lot of people don't like these things hanging in their window. That's kind of like why I have the mirror mount right now. But the mirror mount is kind of weirds you out too. Hey, how you doing, Inspired Champion? Dennis is on. How you doing, Dennis, this morning? But there it is. There's the camera. I'll power it up in just a minute. So we'll go ahead and put the camera aside over here. I got so much junk sitting over here. I've got actually 3 cameras sitting down on my. Let me get rid of the Osmo Pocket here. All right, put that on the ground there. So we got that, so I can quickly find things. So there's that. Let me set that down. This must be. This is installation material, so it looks like it has a little drill on there, and actually a little wire connection. So looks like a drill. I thought it looked like a drill. Huh. There, that's a tool guy for you. All right, but these are wires. Yeah. So this is the wiring for. Doesn't say rear camera. I'll tell you in just a second. Yep, the USB-C. They went USB-C. That's nice. Now that means I'm going to have to do some rewiring, but I don't mind. It's just part of the gig. This will take me about 35 minutes at the most. I'll use the same mounting system, and I'll run it through the same locations that I ran it. Now this is the video wire for sure. So, and this has got the video connection on it. But since it's USB-C, I'm going to have to rerun this wire. So this is the one that's going to have to run to the back window of the vehicle. And this is the rear camera. So let's go ahead and open that up. So this is a 1080p camera. There's no 720 anymore. Everything's 1080. Give me 2 sticky mounts. This is the one that I put on my car now, and the other one is the one that I give you when you buy it. No, I'm just kidding. This is the one that's already mounted. So in case you have to remount, I'll mount this thing. I like that I can mount it right on the glass, guys. I like that. This one I will mount right on the rear of my truck glass, just like this. I'll just stick it, just like I'm going to stick it on your face right now, right there, and it'll be pointed to the rear of my truck. That should be perfect. And then there's the connection right there, the video connection. So this one actually allows you to take this camera and hide it, I guess. So if somebody doesn't rip you off. Now these cameras are not cheap, so this is not the most expensive one either. These cameras run. Let me go ahead. These cameras tend to run about $250 brand new. You can buy. I'll just show you online here really quick. So let's go to there. Let's go to the display really quick. But there's this camera. What it looks like online. So this says $259. I have a coupon for $246. So if you want to buy this camera for $246, it's $10 cheaper. If you want to check out the link on the video when it's done. So $10 off, but there's the rear facing camera. Let's go ahead and put that in the box over here. Nice. Okay, now this is let's see what we got in here. Wish they'd give you an SD card. They just don't want to give it up. This one's going to have to, I think this takes up to 256. Let's see what it says. 1440, so a 2K front, 1080 in there, inside, 30 frames per second. I was just looking at the card, 256. So this will take a 256 gigabyte card. I have a 256 gigabyte card right here. That's a 256 there. This one is a, I don't know if it's a class. What does it say? Does it say class? Doesn't tell me. But I'll see if this one will work. This is an Evo. It might not. I've tried that card on a couple of different things. So this is just the power wire, I'm guessing. This is just the regular wire. Yeah, this is just the lighter. This is how I power mine up. I don't hardwire my cameras. I don't need to. But if you do want to have this thing run security for you, like overnight, you're going to have to buy the hardwire kit. And it actually is nice to hardwire because all you do is run your wire down the weather stripping into your fuse box area. And in there's a lot of different places you can connect it to. I just have one of these little pencil testers. I'll probably show you that one time. I look for an empty block on my fuse box and I just go right to it. And that's kind of it. But you're looking for one that's powered all the time, not one that's turned off when you turn your AC off. But there it is. I usually just use this, and that's once again USB-C. So very nice. I'm glad they've gone to USB-C is just a more robust connection. Micro USB is just not stable. It's too funky. That's why I like the old mini USB. All right, so there's that. And then the last little bit here, last piece of the puzzle. This is the mount. This is the suction cup, I'm sure. Mount. Yep, that's what it is. The non-GPS suction cup mount. All right, so yeah, this is just a data cable. But this is actually the unit, what it looks like. Now, I do not believe this is GPS, so it does not say that. I think it comes with a non-GPS one because the box doesn't tell you either if it's GPS or not. But this it looks like it's GPS, but I don't know why they just don't throw it. You know, little the GPS. It's like $20 extra. They just don't. They want to keep the price down, and they want to give you the option for GPS. So, but this has a Sony Starvis CMOS sensor, f1.4 aperture. Okay. So, but that's how you mount it. So, it's kind of nice to take on and to put on and off. It's very simple. When that's why I really liked my other camera that's like this. And of course, this is set up to basically power it up from the visor because that's where my wires are in my car. But that's the suction cup, and it basically mounts up just like this. Okay, so this would be sideways. So there's your mirror, or there's your windshield on this side right here. And then this would be basically go up into your visor. The thing that sucks is if you don't like wire your car, your car cam in the proper way, this is messed up. You need a right angle, you need a right angle turn. Otherwise it's just not ergonomic, I guess you wouldn't look at it that way. But there's your two lock setting, and this unlocks it from. I think this unlocks it right from the window. Here, I don't want to break that. But this has been pretty. I've never had to adjust it. This right here is the weak point in almost every mounting system. But we'll see if it takes the heat. That's the big thing. We'll see if it takes the heat. 110 degrees this thing has to take. So this doesn't have your typical battery. This has a special, heat-sensitive battery. These batteries basically are not, your drone type battery. So that's the best way I can explain it. So this will mount just like that. This will slide in just like that. So if I slide it in right there, and there's your mounting system right there. It is kind of big. I mean, this thing's got to do a lot of things, and then to make this screen bigger, they had to, of course, enlarge the entire product. So a lot of people, like I said, in other states that don't allow you to have these things hanging in there, so you have to like tuck it up into a place to make it not, obstruct your vision. So a lot of people don't like that. I love these because when I go into drive-thrus, I turn my camera like that, and that allows me to video me and the person at the drive-thru. I love that. It's a lot of fun. I'll get Steve right here, and then we'll chat, and I'll put him in a video, so it's kind of fun. But there it is right there. Let's see here. Let's look at some of the comments here. I just wanted to get it all out of the box and that kind of thing. And then I'll read some of your comments really quick. So don't think, guys, I'm not trying to be rude, okay? I just wanted to get all the parts out and get everything. This is just the USB cable. Uh-oh, we got a duck quacking. Yeah, that's the USB-C, so. All right, hold on. Here, let me get this really quick. Hey, hello?
Did you get little pack? Did you get protein bars?
Yeah, I did. Okay? Okay, bye. Yellow. All right. That was kind of fun. So that was Amelia, my daughter. Right. So that's it. That's all the parts. Let's power it up really quick. I just want to see the initial power up. It should have a charge in there. So here it is. Now I'm just looking at the buttons and how they're. Now all these buttons are going to be out of your view, so you're not going to be able to see them. You're going to. I guess you can kind of see them here. This is kind of the view. You can see the tops of them. This is not a touch screen. They do not make these touch screen. And the one I have in my car now is a touch screen. And this was not a problem with this camera. I did not need to have a touchscreen. There's only a couple buttons that you use anyway. And I just never, for touchscreen, it just is something you don't have to have. But let's just power it up and see what happens here. See if there is any power into it. Doesn't look like it. There's nothing, there's nothing saved in it. I usually will plug it into a battery. Let's see if I can drop a battery on it really quick and see if we can power it up. Let's see if I should have a. Here, I got a battery right here. See if we can throw some energy in this puppy. And then I'll go through the comments while this thing has got a little bit of a charge going into it. I just want to get the power up going, and there, USB-C. But yeah, dash cams are definitely fun. I mean, that's why I like it. I like to vlog, so most people don't understand that a dash cam is just another, to me, it's just another vlogging tool. All right, let's get through the. Ooh, there we go. Now we powered up. Okay, here we go. Right there, it says English. Let's go ahead and. Oh, that's right. I got to do a select. I got to hit OK. Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to do that month, day, year stuff here. Let's go up here. Let's go up there. Miles per hour. I can set that up later. There we go. Little Vantru. Yay. All right. Please insert SD card. Let's see if it'll take my knockoff card. I think this is a knockoff card. It doesn't work in anything. The only thing it does good is it just saves data really good. I use it as a data saver. Storage on my computer. That's all I use it for, external storage. Oops, come on, get in there. I got no fingernails. Here. Swiss Army action going on here. Everybody's like, don't do that. You're going to break it. There we go. Not if I'm careful. It just died on me. It just doesn't have the gas. There we go. Let's try it one more time. There we go. Yeah, SD card error. Yeah, so it doesn't like that card. Here, let's put in a different one. Let's put in a 64. Yeah, guys, this is what happens when you put fake cards in your camera. When you go and buy one, then it says that it's what it is, but it's not. It's a fakie. That's right there. The Evo, maybe it's not a fakie. Maybe it's just a crappy... I can't read the classification on it. It's so small. This is one of my drone cards, so I know this one works. Oh my gosh, I got no fingernails, guys. Here, this is what a cheap card is good for. It's good for shoving other cards into the freaking card slot. There we go. One more time, power up. There we go. Oh no, we got let's see, form. Oh, I have to format it. Duh. Oh my gosh, I am so freaking. I'm not reading instructions. Hit OK. I should check the other one and see if it'll let me format it. Let's see. Let's go back. I gotta learn how to scroll through with this one. Let's see, loop recurrent resolution. Let's see if I can find G sensor. Let's go back. I like that it has this. I like it has the menu options right there. So it's there. You go. This is the one we want right here. We want to go. Let's go back out of there. Let's go right there. There it is. That's the one we want. Format SD card. Let's do that. Hit OK. And then all data will be oh man, I don't want that here. Let me see if it'll format the other card. Hold on here. Guys, I'm pulling it out, man, in the middle of freaking card action right there. Yeah, the details. Yeah, this one always, guys. I don't know why they do that. Besides the fact that they, for as far as the GPS system, that they like to sell them separately. I mean, it's another $20. It's how DJI makes money. It's how all these other companies make money. Hit OK. Let's go find my menu system. Then hit OK. Let's see. Format SD card. Hit OK. Go right there. Hit OK. Let's format this. I don't mind if this one gets formatted. It's just a... Hopefully it works. If I can get this 256 working in here, it'd be great for this format. Let's see. Yeah. It says it's formatted. Let's see. Let's see. Maybe it's not formatting it. Format successful. That's a good sign. All right. Okay, we'll hit OK. All right. Let's go out of there. Let's go out of there. Go back. Here, I'll spend time going through the menu because this is kind of the one thing that I do not like about push button menus is there is always a learning curve. But one button goes left and right or up and down. You just got to figure out which two. These toggle, and this one activates, and this one's return. And once you get that kind of situated, then you got the on-off button. Once you got that figured out, like there's my system setup and all that. Now here's my record setup, and this allows you to, there's my resolution choices, front, cab, and rear. So you don't have to do all three channels all the time. I will. I mean, that's the whole purpose of owning this camera. But you can basically decide, I apologize that you can't see, but you can basically decide whether you want, it to record all of those different views. So, all right, that's enough of that. That's enough of the menus and things like that. But these are all pretty much the same. Then you can choose the resolution. For example, you can make all three cameras 1080p. I wish you could do the in-camera, the cabin at 2K because that's the one I want to see. That's the dad random side. But it's all 30 frames per second. Let's see, 720, 720, 720 if you want to save data. So it looks like you got 2K and then you've got 1080, 1080, and then 1080 all the way across, and then you got 1080 and 720. I don't even know why you'd want a lower resolution besides just for the card thing. All right, so we're gonna have it all. It's all front camera, it's all rear, so it's everything. Loop recording. I always set up for loop recording. I always set it up for 3-minute segments. Okay, so I'm gonna hit that right there. You have 1, 3, 5. 5 are a little bit long. I don't know, I'll set it up for 5. I've never. I'll just set up. I usually have it at 3. Just yeah, and then here's your LEDs, and you can decide whether you want it to go auto or turn it on automatically with light. I'm just going to leave it set at auto. G sensor, you can set the sensor level. Auto recording, whether it records auto when it feels a bump. I always hit OK. So when I turn the car on, this thing's running, and I want it to run that way. Parking mode. It's kind of a pain. I really, a lot of people want parking mode on. Let me just go down and set up parking mode. So it can go collision detection. You can go, collision and motion detection are off. Let's see if there's any other settings. So this will do motion detection as well. So any kind of a motion. It's a little bit more kind of jostling of the vehicle. That's kind of nice. I just put it on collision at a minimum. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on the collision and hit OK. I don't want the motion. It just records everything, quite honestly. If somebody bumps into your car, a lot of people. And then exposure. Let's go down to exposure. Front cabin and rear. And let's see. Let's go. This is, let's see. Hit OK. This allows you to adjust the EV levels, so you can adjust. For example, on the back of my truck, it's a tinted glass, so I can change the EV to brighten it up a little bit. That just gives you an idea of that's kind of nice. So I'm going to go down to rear. I'm just going to leave this in. I got to find out what it looks like. So I'm there, and then WDR. That's your wide angle. So let's go down here. These are just cheap little cameras, guys. But, this one isn't cheap. I mean, this one's, $250. You're going to have to pay a little bit for it. But I had a really good experience with the N2. So, and this doesn't feel any different. Let's go WDR. Let's go. Yeah, that's your wide angle. You want it set for wide angle. And that's on. I already have that set on. Anything else? Time lapse. Number, do you want your plate number on there? Timestamp. I don't like the timestamp on there. I'm going to hit OK. And I'm actually going to turn that. You can do speed. This is like all the boxes are checked. I don't like that. When I do vlogs, I don't want that stamp crap. Okay. So here, let me just go out of that. Let's see. Rotate display, depending on what direction. Time lapse. Let's see what the time lapse mode. The time lapse is set off. So some people just like time lapse, like click, 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 click. So if this is the beauty of this, if I'm doing a video for my channel, I can just leave this thing in time lapse mode. And then when I go back to make a video, I can take the B-roll time lapse of me driving right off of this camera. I don't have to set up anything in the car. I love this thing for B-roll, guys. It is so easy for my channel to do that. I'm going to hit here. I'm going to turn the time lapse off. It is off. It's set off. So anyway, I guess I just went through the menus, didn't I? I told you I wasn't going to do that. All right. So anyway, that's just your settings. That's just pretty simple. I'm done. I've already figured it out. That was a pretty quick learning curve. This is your memory button. So say you get in an accident, you click that and it will save the video that just previously happened. So that's really nice. So if you get, if you remember to do that, if you're ever in an accident, the last thing you do is think about your freaking your dash cam. But if you're a dash cam person, you need to remember that. It will save it anyway. You're going to be looking at this sucker. If you have a big enough card, you're going to save it anyway. If this 256 is working like I hope it's working, it's already taken care of that for me. This will have a 256 card with 3 cameras will probably work for a whole week before it loops over. So, all right, here, let me turn this thing off. And I'm going to go ahead and turn that off, and let's go through the chat real quick. It says, let's go back here really quick. I just want to go and hit some of your comments. Let's see. 2K. Yes, 2K camera. 1080, 1080. So 2K front, 1080 interior, 1080 rear. Okay. Some cameras allow you to change where you want the 2K. Like the one I have right now will allow me to do 2K back or 2K front. I don't know that. I don't know how to set that up yet. I will check to see if I can set the 2K up for the rear camera. But usually it's not. Usually when you buy this camera only is a 1080p camera. It doesn't have the ability to change. You know, it's kind of like it was born a leopard. It's not gonna be a tiger tomorrow. That kind of thing. Let's see here. Yeah, I'd say the only thing that's a downer on this. It's a little bit big. You know, hey, it just turned on for me. Goodbye. Oh, it's probably because I'm moving the wire there. All right. It better not mess around, man. It better not be popping on and off when I'm freaking driving. I'll tell you that. That better stay on. It wasn't in all the way. Let's see. All right. Maybe it's just maybe I've got it set to turn on for. It might have the. Let's see if it had the parking mode on. Let's see. 10E won't have a high-speed card requirement. I think any class 10 should be fine. Thank you, Dennis. Dennis was talking about the card. So that card that I just put in there, that 256 is a class 10. And it is not, even with the 2K, we'll see. We'll see what it does. I have not yet pulled any data from this, and we'll check that out in just a little bit. I'll be pulling off all the stickers later. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to keep this for, I remember when I got my N2 Pro, I'm like, I love this camera. If you look at Ken Heron's car when he's driving, he drives with an N2 Pro. So if you think Ken Heron likes it, I don't know whether he uses it for anything other than for just looking for deer and reviewing policemen or whatever. Whenever he gets stopped with his fast car. All right, lost me for a minute. Hopefully everything's good. Let me check really quick. It looks good. Like we're good. Stream health is good. All righty. Let's see what else I was looking for. Yeah, here's the price right here. You see where it says $246.99? That's the price I've got it that I linked it to you for. So if you want it for the $10, now if you just want to test out this camera, you don't want to pay the big dollars, buy the N2. I kid you not. The N2 Pro is a great camera, and then for $19 you buy the GPS mount, and you can't go wrong. So that's a pretty reasonable price. This was a $200 camera when it was brand new. So just to be quite honest, I'm really a believer in this product. I don't know. I do believe that the screen is a little bigger in the N4 than it was in the last one. The last one did not have, you can see, if you look up on here, let me just look at this. I'll look at the N2 really quick for you. Here's the, you notice, see the screen is only that big? They've made the screen much bigger. So you can see that it only incorporated that much of the camera. And if you go back to the N4, you can tell right there. Here, we just go to this version here. It just, let's see, right there. You can see that they've made the screen much larger. Okay, much larger and a lot more on-screen display information. So it was one thing I'm sure people were interested in. It says new and used for $246. So $246 is what you should be paying for this. All right. New dash cam, yes. Guys, I am a lover of dash cams. If you do not know me, you can tell how excited I am about getting this. Have you ever watched Rick on Drone Valley, where when he gets a new product, I think we're all that way. There's something about cameras. I just love them. I love cameras. Guys, as soon as this stream is done, I'm going to install this thing. Let's see, Larry, how you doing? Hey, thank you. Larry's talking about the shed, man, the shed product. Hey, the shed's looking good. I said next week is all finished work. I'm going to be building countertops next week for the shed. So let's see. Yeah, the GPS is so separate. So this is not. I can't remember what the GPS says. I think it does say GPS right there in the plastic. Here, let me take this off really quick. When you do have the real one, that they look exactly the same, but this should say GPS right there. Okay, if it's the actual GPS version. This is a very nice mount, though. I've had no problems with it sticking, and it's very tight. It keeps the camera from shaking, and I don't notice any vibration when the car is driving, even on rough roads. So it does a really nice job dampening the movement of the car or truck, whatever you're using it for. Let's see. 3-minute loop is a colossal waste of 256 gig. Yes, Dennis, I'm with you on that. That's why I set it to 5. I'm just going through. Even 1 gigabyte is overkill for a 3-minute loop. Yeah. Let's see. 3-minute loop. They're very small, those loops. Let's see. No app. Just checked on Amazon. State everything's stored on SD card. It's 2020. The app. Yeah. There is no app for this, and I don't know why. I don't know why they haven't gone towards the. I really thought that this version. Maybe I was looking at the Blackview. There's another camera company called Blackview, and Blackview. Let me just look here and see. Let's see channel. These are the specs that you're seeing on it right here. WDR, yeah. So the front camera is f1.4, the inside camera f2.0, and then f1.8 on the rear. So those are the different size apertures for the different views. Let's see. There, of course, Honey will give you a price drop. There's motion detection and collision detection. Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't have an app. This thing needs to have downloadability, and I thought that these guys did put downloadability. Okay, so they did not. So if I say any disappointment that I'll write in a review is that they need to make this thing downloadable. It's so easy to put in a Bluetooth connection, but it's not cheap. It does a great job with taking the heat. It does a really good job with video. The video is outstanding. I'll make sure that before you do buy something like this, I will put up examples of the 2.0 of the 14 4K and the 1080p. I'll put that video up, do comparisons video, and I will do it at full frame rate and at full video quality. I won't do any adjustments. I might even up-render it to 4K so you can see it blown up in 4K. So we keep the 1080p, the high 1080p, and the 1440 at the highest level possible. Let's see. Yeah, well, so these do have capacitors in them. They don't have lithium batteries. So capacitors have a very limited amount of ability to basically store power. They slowly will discharge energy into the system. So you have to have these plugged in. You would need to have this hardwired if you wanted it to go for any length of time longer than 5 minutes after you stopped your car. It's great for running into the gas station, the grocery store. It picks all that crap up. People that park next to you when you run in, it catches almost all that stuff. Let's see. So that's about it. Like I said, I'm familiar with this camera, and I'm happy. You can tell I'm happy with it. So let's get this sucker. Let's get the sucker installed, and then let's get the truth. Maybe they didn't put the same quality in. Maybe they dropped the ball with this one. So we'll find out. I'm just looking for other things to. There is an indicator right there. There's your 3-channel indicator. I do believe that these do automatically, like in the dark, they will auto darken, so you're not getting that bright light that's glowing in your car while you're driving, which is very nice. And I believe you can activate it. Like you can turn your audio off with that button. This one, I believe, is your Blackview, which will allow you to turn that off while you're driving or turn it on, toggle it really quick. And it does have a picture-in-picture, so you can see what your other view is. I don't know what the picture-in-picture is. If it's your rear view, I'll find out. But it's going to be a very small picture-in-picture. So, all right, that's it. That's it. That's the Vantrue N4 Pro. It is not the most expensive camera. It is a upper end camera, but it is not like I said in the same quality of the Blackview. The Blackview is very popular, but they're $400 or $500. But not bad. Like I said, they did increase its size, but we'll find out. I want to determine for myself whether I think that camera is sitting in my view. It's if it's interrupting my view of the road, and because it's really important that you get and keep a good view of the road, so at all times. So here it is once again. There's a close-up of the 3-channel. Remember, 3 channels. That's what they're selling here. This is a 3-channel camera. It's going to give you all the views that you never ever thought you wanted. And I love I'm telling you, I love the in-camera, in-cabin view. It's my favorite. And it's really cool to get the 2K outside front. It's massively great. This will actually take a little bit of the glare off when it's mounted closer. I have a mirror mounted camera right now that I'm using, and I do get glare from the front windshield because it's mounted further back. But it doesn't sit in front of you in a place that this camera would in a different mounting situation. The other thing is a lot of people don't like the camera view through the rear view mirror, and you can't do your makeup, of course, with a camera mount rear view mirror. So, all right, so here it is. But I appreciate you guys popping in. Kai's on. Hey, how you doing, Kai? But just showing off this N4 Pro. Very simple, nicely packaged. Once again, there is the there's the N4 right there by Vantrue and Ondash. Of course, I like that. Vantrue. So, all right. But they did give me this camera, guys. I'm excited for lots of reasons. Of course, when you get stuff free, you get really excited about it. But my excitement is real excitement. And if like I said, if I have not used the N2 Pro, you're saying, well, why don't I still own the N2 Pro? Guys, why don't I still own my Mavic 2 Pro? I just like devices. I love these little devices, and they're fun to play with, and that's, I'm a tech guy, and if it is good, I might keep it for maybe 6 months. My Vantop camera that I'm using right now, it's a goner. It's, I've only owned it I've owned it through most of the COVID. I'm going to take that camera, I'm going to box it up, and I might give it away on my channel. So if anybody, actually, that'd be a fun giveaway. But I have a Vantop mirror mount camera that I've been driving around with now for about 4 months. It is a good camera. It's got a touchscreen display that's this big. So very nice. But it only does front view, and it's a 2K camera. It's a nice camera. Front view, and then of course you have to mount you have to do a trailer mount for the other one. All right. Oh, sorry, my poor eyes. Does anybody have any questions before I basically cut off here? You know where I'm going. I'm going down to the garage, and I'm doing an install. So that is right where I'm going, guys. And then as soon as I get this puppy installed, I'm going to 2 places. I'm going to go to Starbucks, and then I'm going to go to the car wash. Those are my 2 favorite views for the videos that I do. I do a car wash video, but I appreciate your help, Dennis. I really appreciate your technical expertise. He's really good at helping me out through the technical stuff. But they do not give you they don't give you a card. They don't give you anything with this thing. You got to buy the GPS, and that's just the way these companies roll, man. They don't make money by giving stuff away for free. And believe me, they didn't give it to me for free because they didn't think I was going to say good stuff about it. They heard my last video, so I think they already know that I'm excited about the product, and so they're only going to give them these to people that want to use it or are excited about dash cams. All right, I got a phone call coming in. All right, hey, let's get this real quick. Let's complete it up with an Amelia call. Hello.
What?
How you doing?
You need to unload the groceries.
What? I just went to Costco.
We need help.
Okay, I'm in it.
Get anything though. Nana needs stuff. Harrison needed snacks.
All right, I got you.
Okay, bye.
All right, looks like a great time to take off. So that's my daughter Amelia. She's like saying, "Hey, you need to come grab some." I just got back from Costco, guys. All right, guys. Thank you for popping in. But I will. I'll do a regular edited video for the Van True N4 Pro. So love it, guys. It's so cool. It's fun to get free stuff. But I'll tell you the things I don't like, and I definitely think that the comment that you basically just made about app support and the issue of not having wireless connectivity is something that we need to have in these cameras. You know, it's just, but they did do 3 channels, guys. A lot of people asked for 3 channels. All right, got to get going, guys. Later, and you guys know when you hear the music, it's time to go. So, thank you very much. This was an infomercial, but think about it. Check it out. Check out the videos and see if it's something that you'd be interested in. I'd be glad to tell you what I like, what I don't like, and then give you the comparison with the previous version. Maybe it's better to go with the older model. Maybe you're not gaining a lot, you know. The other one is inside camera, interior camera, and front view. So, all right, later, Ann.